Where are my sisters that love black men? And where are my kings that let me hear y'all make some noise? This piece is called Niggods. N-I-G-G-O-D-S. Real niggas don't claim to be anything. They just are. Who they are, what they are, where they are. Ghetto superstars. I love the way a nigga walks and talk, how he maneuvers when he gets caught. Sheer poetry in motion when a nigga puts down game. Ain't too many niggas lame, maybe insane. But on to those that can't understand what it's like to be a black man. If you can't see it, you must be blind. Black men exemplify what is fine. What is pride, what is struggle, what is life? They fight through this bullshit, misery, and strife. I'd be a lucky woman if one day I'm called wife. I love a nigga with chinky eyes, black lips, and toned thighs. The rumor ain't true for all, but I like a nigga with some size. But dick ain't what makes me fall. To me, the mind is the prize. Brothers who seek knowledge didn't necessarily go to college, but who are conscious of the true plan, who realize God is every black man. Can I get an amen? I'm your #1 fan. What a gorgeous tan. From chocolate to caramel, it all looks so sweet. Visions of beauty as they walk down the street. Head full of dreads, Timbs on their feet. They walk as if they listening to a beat. The beat is the rhythm intrinsically inside. The rhythm is the heart which beats with pride and full of love. The devil wants to hide. Oh, damn. Look at that backside. Black men are the only creation that command your attention on impact by their color, their spirit, the way they act. As a matter of fact, I'm amazed at how y'all handle situations. All across these nations, doors locking, purse watching, looks of fear as they enter the station. But they laugh and move on, steady grooving to a song. Fuck you, cracker. I might be blacker, I'm God's reflection, so fear me. You need protection. Oh my God, y'all so cool. Some don't know it, some do and don't use it. Those are the fools, but see, I ain't here to hate, but to celebrate. My niggas from that south with them goals in their mouth, with them finger waves, fades, and braids. Forever pimping, never ever getting played. My niggas from that west with them khakis and chucks, permed out, creased down, fly as fuck. My niggas from this east, that belly of the beast, surviving day to day, never a moment of peace. If all my kings understood their power, they wouldn't waste a minute, a second, an hour on this bullshit. They want you to quit your journey to find your spirit and to ignore your heart to where you can't hear it. Niggas, God bless y'all.
What's up, world? It's your girl, Tamika Georgia Me Harper. Whenever I'm on Clubhouse, I'm looking for iron sharpens iron with my man, Poetic Black, and Written in Pain.
As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another.
Or the story. I thought it was a good story. I just felt like it was parts of the story that lagged a little bit for me.
Your cadence, man, it captivated me.
Me, it's just the sincerity in the piece. You know, I could feel that, and the emotion is always going to win me over when I can feel that it's real. So
it was one of those pieces that, you know, where you're waking people up, you know what I'm saying, bringing awareness. It was an awareness poem, and I really dug it, and I really dug the message behind it.
Thank y'all very much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the space.
Are you ready to enter the dojo? Here, iron sharpen iron. Previously on the Grand Griot competition,
13 scribes sought to do battle in the video challenge. These poets sought to create a poem mirroring the sentiment of a silent video, in which resulted in a phenomenal night of spoken word.
So why not write a stone's life into love? This stone, my heart, could have been home, a queen's castle to roam, but the story shown resembles landmines, blown. Mine be time frozen on its own, a mind looked over, a stone who's only gotten colder, one who's only gotten older. A few even slipped and tripped on the boulder of my love shit. It's like I exist to be stepped upon. The risk be falling. My lips be a cauldron, which you shouldn't play around. Those who kick rocks should stop and kick the bucket. Clearly I'm petty, but fuck it. Doesn't it feel like love be a stone throws away?
I thought I was solid as a rock, but it seems as if some shoes get a kick out of that. But somehow I stayed laced with a drug that knew how to be the ultimate dealer. So I stayed complacent until what finally went by cycled into what seemed to be another kick. But I kept on the coast, stayed still even though I knew waves were coming in the form of waves of hands as someone yelled, "Hey!" They were afraid I wouldn't be able to stay steady with my balance if someone just decided to pick me up from what I needed to feel. Then I heard music begin, and finally I felt like Ray Charles had seen me in his future and wanted me to feel his insight. It was a tough fight. The cane hurt, especially being constantly hit like a Simba getting striked by Rafiki. But I knew I would rise. I would never be a gargoyle when I'm made of light. But even the rock was moved to save our sins. So maybe I needed to be rocked before someone decided to pick me up.
You're such a stone of a man. Hard as rock in more ways than one. You're so ingrained that you became granite. With onyx eyes and emotions you've buried like fossils, how'd your collarbone get this corroded? How many people have eroded away at your ego? You are chiseled deeper than your jawline. Over time, the craters compromise your composition to your rock solid and stone cold. So thick so that most steer clear and never stay. See? They all walk away. Might stumble, but don't stop. They know better because they bumped into boulders like you before, metamorphic, volcanic, waiting to trip someone back into their trauma. Can't build with every block life brings to your path, but I saw pebbles of potential in you. I was blind to the signs.
I lay here, but no one sees me. Discarded and disregarded. Though my edges seem rough, it's no indication of times being tough. I wait for the day when I can finally say, enough is enough, because I am useless. At least that's what their truth is. They'll box me in once I win, so chime in and stop me if it's my ego I'm boosting. I envision good days to come, where we are not equal, yet we are all one. Burning to spit this fire like solar flares around the sun. With this poetry in my blood, this competition is bar none. I'm sly like fox, and bare my soul like feet with no socks. They kick me around like big stones on the ground, then look behind them to make sure I didn't make a sound. They abuse me, ridicule and use me. Assume that I'm in tune, they'll pick me last if they had to choose me.
My left eye left a trail of fluid glimmering in the moonlight. It might be still there without no scrub, but I wouldn't know without no eyesight. Zero fucks given. Every day already dark as a rock song on a dark night. Let's just do it. Last thoughts before the right eye that's left joins the left eye having to left right. It's not the first self-surgery for you I executed. Through the pain I hit the blade nightly. Went from lightly to walking heavy-footed. Walking work ethic, unpolluted, never got diluted. The block party power structure used to run undisputed. All of a sudden, kick your game, notice it's uprooted. Red light special, bottom bitch, baby being silly hoe substituted. Persecuted ever since baby got prosecuted for getting caught up with baby being prostituted. And that's the reason I originally removed my shattered heart. Unpretty shards in the veins starting to splinter and the life freezing like it's fucking winter. Iced out snowflake unique, but ain't no vein heart a work of art. Chorus on that gemstone from way back at the start, but this is how it works as I'm growing older. The gemstone grew into a fucking boulder. See the chip that's resting on my goddamn shoulder. Of course the ice making me creep a little colder.
See what I mean? Can't get nobody to do shit. Grab my seeing stick if you missed it. I can't see shit. That's right, a sister blind. Losing my mind. I'll tell you more, but back to the conversation at hand. Got out the house to get the shit myself. Seems how it always go down. Felt around on the ground and found the pesky piece of asphalt. Picked it up and kept walking. Finally got my damn smoke. Now why they just couldn't move the little pesky object? It posed danger, my anger, and just plain old harmful. Guess the way of the world. Humans are selfless, not selfish. Sense isn't so common. I know what you're thinking, just plain stupid. It's easy to follow the hadith in our daily practices, so simplistic, but not realistic. They'll stick to the same mindless habits, no thoughts of charity. I'll give that speech another time. Right now, I'm about to take a seat, take a toke before one of my folks get choked, cause I'm tired of doing everything for every goddamn body.
Obstacles building character yet slowing down progression. Opposition maliciously concealing their movements. What's the difference between a rock and a hard place? Because both look skewed from vertical views. Feeling like the stone that the builder refused to use due to imperfections. Does the cracks in my concrete garner second guessing? Unworthy of cheerleaders but deserving of bystanders eagerly waiting, seeing me failing? Negative words hurt worse than throwing stones, making impressions on concrete walking forward, blocking out background noises with headphones. I don't want handouts, cause if you use your charity as ammunition to laugh at me, I'ma fuck you up respectfully. Of course I jump through obstacles, dodging debris. Say, can you carry a trouble or two for me? Losing my balance, stumbling, testing endurance. I'm further than my predecessors. Challenges building stamina, assisted with growth and progression. Asking all these questions cause shit, I just need some clarity. You can't be a human without any humanity.
A lone traveler, a false passenger, the load's ravenous. In terms of appetite and attention, I'm still in dimension. How is it? I never say a word, but still observe that's dumb as a rock. But understanding is missing. I'm simply road friction, especially on this black top. They black on the black rock. Pass flop, losing footing in Nikes and flip flops. Almost tripped like a traveler with taggage and baggage for a plane launch hop. Trying to find a land and a destination, but my nature's to live legless. No wheels like a bicycle, yet they tell me the ride's dangerous. Like a rolling stone, got many issues like pressed papers. Could I be a stumbling stone many have stumbled upon? What if it took a blind man to come and reassemble my home? When it comes to vanity of this world, all his visuals is gone. What if the vision of your journey made you blind to this moment? So stuck in your mind's gate, your pathways, your opponent. Living life in such a rush, you're clumsy to its components.
However, there were 4 scribes who really made an impression on the judges and stood out in last week's challenge, coming in with a cumulative score of 28. Mahogany Soul.
2 roads diverged in the woods, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all of the difference. Frost, cinnamon, where you gonna run to all on them days? 2 roads wove their way through the ghetto, and a divergent grown girl emerging and burgeoning chose the road less traveled, though little did she know there were some stones in the road. Well, I run to the rock Please hide me. See, the ways of her foremothers could be traced like the blues of her veins. It displayed in the grace and meekness with which she cut her way across the project buildings, cause track marks and war scars cut across their skin like road maps, and they had belly fats that made of bouquets of atlases as grandmother griots throw smoke signals out project windows, and the corner guys throw up warning signs. Those old way type ties that tightly bond, see, they leave a traverse in your mind wondering if she was still a civilian.
Coming in with a score of 28.6, the poetic genius, Chris Green.
Chip off an old block, I hold my block hostage. Watching them trip over me, thinking they harder, that a fall won't break them. They ignore my power. I used to be a pillar in this community, but I'll be a stumbling block if they think tearing me down was worth it. Think they could cycle past my history. Watch a man stop his son from touching the past as if he didn't have to not to become a rolling stone himself. But what's crazy as hell, it took a blind man to acknowledge me, to see the charity in my liberation, to gather me, build again, to restore me to my glory, a foundation.
Coming in with a score of a 28.8. It's up and it's stuck. Sincere.
That's a quote by Al Bubakari. Well, tell that nigga I'm sorry, cause I'm the stone that the builders rejected. You see, I was paved down the road until the temple got corrected, or erected. Because I was once pillar, turned pylon, made pavement. You know, gravel turned graveyard. It seems like ignorance is bliss in the rules of engagement. So try marrying a tyrant, ignoring the crying. You walk by me even though I'm the chip that fell from the shoulders of a giant.
And almost a perfect score of a 29.9. Mijou.
Don't trip over me. Don't bicycle kick me. Don't neglect me. Don't walk past me just so you can remind me of the past me that's past me. Like clouds, I wish my bones would turn to vapor so the hero of my world could be a cloudy day that rains on me. But instead, y'all try to rain over me. Hey! Kingdoms and palaces placed in your footsteps, sentencing me to a dungeon that only I can see. I am not a street performer. Don't look at me stagnant. Don't look at me like some mind pretending to be behind bars. This steel cage is real. Hey! I've seen pretty faces with dead eyes, homing beamers with dead eyes. Ain't no stars in this war. I feel like a Jedi fighting Han Solo, praying to a Skywalker that isn't lukewarm. My lungs are a firmament of the waters that constantly splitting every breath apart. I birth sharks with every sigh that I make. It's no wonder people avoid my beach.
But tonight, on Iron Sharpeth Iron, the saga continues. 12 scribes will prepare to do battle in the Right As Challenge. Each poet has been assigned a poet from the opposite team to mimic the essence of their artistry. Who will prevail? Your judges for this evening: Poetic Black, Written in Pain, Eric Moore, the incomparable, beautiful Michelle Forbes, and last year's grand champion, the Grand Griot himself, Brother Habib. And your host for this evening, the lovely China Blue.
Dom de Monco.
Welcome everybody. Thank you for tuning in to our second annual Grand Griot competition. We are in the mix trying to find out who will be our Grand Griot champion of 2024. Shout out to Brother Habib, who of course won last year and is representing tonight as a judge. Listen, shout out to all of the judges. I don't think it's gonna be easy at all for y'all tonight. We might be at the end of Poetry Month, but we are just getting good up into this competition. Make sure that y'all tune in with us every Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern, as we continue to go on. Much love and appreciation to all of y'all being here again. I can't wait to get things started. Black, when you ready, listen, we are hyped tonight. Everybody in the chat room hyped. Team Black in the building, where y'all at? Team Pain in the building, where y'all at? All right. Black, when you ready, Pain, when you ready, we can get this thing started. I'm excited.
All right, yeah, I can't wait. Payne, you got any announcements before we get started?
Nah, man, I'm ready to go.
All right, let's get it. Back to you,
He
China
ready
Blue.
to get it in. He ready to get it in. And just to answer everybody's questions from the chat room last week about the competition from last year, you can go to the Spoken Soul Sessions house and get the competition from last year and listen to all of the stuff that happened last year. You will enjoy it, I promise you. And then he'll let you know more of what we got going on this year. As Black stated, the poets have to write, as the partner tonight. They the ops. They not the ops. We'll never know. They said there's no what y'all say? No biting, no none of that, but we'll see what happens tonight. I'm excited. Our first poets are Candy Baby and Sierra. Team Black, Team Pain. Let's go. Let me get you up here, Sierra. All right, y'all. Hey, y'all ready to get it in?
Hey, guys.
Hey, boo, you ready?
Yes.
All right, Candy Baby, you up representing Team Pain. Let's go.
Simplicity drives imbeciles down a rabbit hole. I may not be theatrical enough, so I must puff power in my pen with no tricks. Weave words with the city girl's heart. Can't tell if they're deaf to poetry, so I must verse freely. Can't let my authenticity be held by the hands of mediocrity, tap dancing dicks on rocks. Now that's artistic expression. Now I have questions. Will words be crafted by smiths? Jaded ears keep picket fences gated surrounding gardens of words, or will we plant trees to hang poets? Let's iron out the wrinkles, sharpen the creases. I'm really trying to figure this out. It's easy to make bullsh. Don't say that. I won't be the poet to fold. Sound convincing? See the era? In this era that I X hit the box that dims the light I exude, they can't card it. I will will it to shine. I'm a queen with class and tact that's full of soul, tactfully convincing and clever. Enter this session mixing words so my targets can meet the eyes of the bull. Did that go over your head? Let me plummet my spears to shake it up. My poetry won't be lost and found once I'm in paradise. Milk words till I'm on like once upon a time as John that loved pretty girls topless. Sore topic. Back to the topic, poet. Right in my way to top pick. Cheat codes won't work here, so switch. Let that click. While I put my NIND on 10 to enforce my Zen, flight attendant, I'm overhead again. Eyes like does and sonic lights, let me translate. Mind force on 10 to enforce my peace. Pen words until they're addictive like Nintendo. I can switch things up so it doesn't go overhead and speed past simple minds like sonic lights though. And word combat, I'm not even mortal. May change my name to Sub-Zero. My pen palace exposed from prose to sonnets. Being honest, break it down to elementary. If you get it, let me hear it with the I do get. In sequence with Sincan poetry, fruitful, plentiful, flowing freely forever, perfection when understood, free verse. Two poems in one still may not be caught. What's a metaphor for poetry is supposed to be fun for all. We're supposed to write the right way to righteousness, to spread the seed of hopefulness, not siege the moment to seize power over dynamic pens. Speak power to our pens, to pen our energy, to see the light in poets on every stage. Let me turn up my volume. I'm overhead again. I'm here to say you are power. Your words are power, but I must focus on being super. There's no need to wonder if my words are power. To every man and woman that made it to top 12, we are power, full of talent. Remember, competition is as deep as a puddle. Play to win. Sega.
Candy
Play
baby.
to win, baby. Candy, baby.
Okay. Okay, Candy Baby, Team Pain. I thought you really nailed this, man. I thought you nailed Sierra's cadence, the rapid stanzas, even in sentiment and in length. I thought you really nailed it. I felt the essence of Sierra. You know, the emphaticness, the loud, cheery type of cadence. It was there for me. I thought you did a remarkable job, and I thought the poem was dope as well. I'm giving you a 9.5, Mr. Eric Moore.
Candy baby. I see what you're doing here. All right. Like what I heard. Wonderful delivery. Nice wordplay. I'm going to give you an 8.5. Keep up the good work.
8.5 is recorded. The beautiful Michelle Forbes.
We are off to a wonderful start tonight with Candy Baby. I enjoyed the layers of imagery in your work, the meandering cadence, the alliteration, the intricate rhyme scheme, peppered it, the depth of the message, you were articulate, and the volume was perfect. And so I'm actually going to give you a 9.4.
9.4 is recorded. Mr. Written in Pain.
Look here, Candy Baby. You understood the assignment. You understood the assignment. I feel like you nailed Sierra. Delivery wise, yo, that was when you came out. Let me relax. I'm gonna give you a 9.5.
9.5 is recorded. Now remember, we're dropping the high, we're dropping the low, and we'll be taking those middle three scores. Thank you, Candy Baby, for your submission. We will let you know by the end of the evening.
Whoa, bro, hold on.
Hold on, I ain't
gotta
done.
ask brother how.
Oh, my bad. I'm wildin'. And the grand griot himself, Mr. Brother Habib. My bad, bro.
It's all love. It's all. Listen. I was like, let me go grab my belt. Hold on. Let me grab my belt.
I'm gonna edit this part out. I'm letting y'all know.
I feel like I'm somebody. No, I was joking. No, listen. I swear. I wasn't looking at the. You know how you can see who's talking. So when she started, I swear, I thought it was Sierra for a second, and then I was like, what the? And I looked again, and it was her. That was very impressive. Very impressive. I feel really good about this, y'all. I'm gonna go 9.6, man. But I feel like this is about to be some classic stuff.
9.6 is recorded. 9.6 is recorded. Now, Candy Baby, we'll let you know by the end of the evening what's your standings in the competition. But now, let's go to Team Black. Back to you, China.
Already now. Sierra, come on, boo. Let's get it in. I'm excited. Y'all understanding the assignment already? That was the first point. Let's go.
Here we go. Piece of the night, guys. Here we go. I'm Candy Baby. And I don't tie with Isha because I am Taisha. I want each of you to keep going. Perseverance and faith is everything. I'm a mustard that completes my seed as my water my seeds with faith. It's a beautiful day for Black girl magic in the neighborhood. I stay outside. I'm only inside when I have to abide by seeing who I really am. I demand for my stories to be heard. Like when I broke my progeny, my testimonies on July 1st for the gram. In the same instance, posting, if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Word to Maya Angelou. I keep my pen on the go as I write out my children's future with my words of truth, since my youth was as precious to me as my kids. My first real love. I want them to be as dope as Mr. Hammond and Miss Whitley, first African Americans to be published, letting my kids know we are looking for the secure man, the mature man, and the husbands. Single but still the one, hustling but praying harder. My cry, but the bottom is not my top. I'm covered, girl. Makeup because I've had a good heart, but blemishes, nah. I'm on a steady foundation. Working out in shape, word to my trainer, consistency is key. Loving myself like I do my puppies. Pushing myself to get on stage with my heels or boots. Wore my red heels shoes that day. Nice shirt, just courageous. 1985, baby, tastes like candy. Enjoying myself as a black house with my sister locked in with my locked journey. As my life continues to tell more stories, I can share with you all. Unique, like the fourth degree, appreciate my angles. Oh shit, wake up. I am Sierra, right? But I'm trying to let you see who baby is. You see, I'm baby, candy baby. More than just my poetry speaks of. I have a lot of stories that I need to speak of. I've been through a lot of pain, a lot of good times, a lot of bad times. I work a hard job, but I still come out on top because I am the candy. Boom.
Okay, Sierra. Now, with this, I heard Candy Baby, but in a different way. As far as cadence was concerned, you kind of hit on her cadence a little bit, but definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, in sentiment, you nailed Candy Baby. Very informative, articulate, and even the little jingle, the little diddly. Candy Baby is known for doing a little diddly somewhere in the poem.
Singing, yes.
Yeah, a little diddly. And I really caught that. I thought you nailed the sentiment of Candy Baby. I did. And I thought you completed the assignment. As far as cadence is concerned, not too much so, but there was traces of it. I'm giving you a 9.2. Mr. Eric Moore.
Sierra. I see what you guys are doing this competition right now. Last week, y'all went a different direction. This week, everybody's like, yo, I want this, and I want this now. All right. You set this line. When I broke my poetry.
Yeah. Progenity. That's what she
Pogenity.
Yeah, that's actually one of her poems. If you guys take the time to listen to, I actually did a lot of studies on Candy Baby, but I just broke down all of her history. So if you look, like every video she probably did, a lot of them on TikTok or Instagram, it was all in one. But she did a poem about that. Basically, she was saying that that's what it was. But just check it out. But yeah,
yeah. That line stuck out with me. I like that. I'm gonna give you a 9.2.
Got it, dude.
A 9.2 is recorded. The beautiful Michelle Forbes.
Sierra, I found your work to be passionately empowering. It seemed like it was like a respectful ode to Candy that I could tell that you researched it, that you scrolled through some things, you checked her out, you painted her history in a very articulate manner. However, you became her and included a few elements of her work. And I thought you did a good job. And somehow I still heard, like, I became acquainted with your style from her poem, so I still heard a lot of your delivery in in this poem.
Yeah.
But I loved how respectful it was. Like, this is a competition, but the love that you guys radiate, the encouragement, that goes a long way with me. That you keep it respectful, that you keep it tactful, but you still came to eat. And well, I just said this about my brother, but what's a gorilla to Godzilla? I'm gonna give you a 9.4.
9.4 is recorded. Mr. Written in Pain.
I thought this was a dope poem. I definitely saw the dedication you took in kind of encompassing the essence of Candy Baby in terms of her writing. Uh, Delivery, not so much. And again, like I told you guys, I wasn't looking for an impersonation, but I felt like your delivery didn't really have like Candy's vibe. But I thought the poem was stellar, and I do appreciate the amount of dedication you took in kind of researching Candy. So I'm going to give you an 8.8.
8.8 is recorded. The Grand Griot, Brother Habib.
Peace and blessing. Beautiful job, Sierra. I did hear the glimpses. I saw how you were trying to bring a glimpse of her delivery. It's beautiful how you snatched pieces of her history and her poetry and placed it in there. I think that's a big deal. I would have loved to hear you kind of embody her delivery a little more. Not necessarily the imitation, but more so the cadence. But it was a beautiful poem, excellent, and this is something I'm sure she is very, very has touched her heart. But I'm gonna give you a 9.3.
Gratitude. Yeah, it's hard to do
Nine,
voices, but yeah.
nine,
I can appreciate
9.3 has been recorded. We're dropping the high, dropping the low. Sierra, we will let you know by the end of the evening what's your standings. Thank you so much. Back to you,
gratitude.
China.
I could definitely tell Sierra that you did do your homework, that you put a lot of effort and research into knowing more about Candy Baby. I definitely got that vibe. I could tell you put in a lot of work. So shout out to you for that. You guys are listening to the top of the Grand Griot competition. We are here to find out who will be our Grand Griot champion of 2024. Candy Baby and Sierra just did that team for Team Black and Team Pain. They just did it up. And we're about to move on to the next poem. When you ready, be ready. Shout out to all around Queen Mama Ola Deji. I agree with her when she said that Black did a good job on the replays. I feel like that really helped us tonight with trying to understand the styles that everybody are, doing tonight. So I think that helped a lot, Black.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, well, y'all ready, Pain Black? I'm ready.
We're ready.
We can go to the next poets.
Yep, we're ready.
All right, so next up to the stage is Chris Green. And the pretty provocative poet. All right, Peace Kings, y'all ready to get it in tonight?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, let's see y'all do y'all thing. Up first is going to be Chris Green.
So I want to be a poet. Locked in penitentiary, imprisoned by these bars. I heard the call, the pen tempts me. Fell in love simply with twisting imagery, spinning similes. I was made for this gift, and I know it. I want to be a poet. I need it. I grieve it, so my eyes bleeding when I'm not reading it. Stitching words together, thread and needle it. I need it to clothe me. Wraps itself in my identity. Without it, would you know me? I cry out for it to show me inspiration. I can't be patient. I'm sick with the pen, a patient. Morphine metaphors save me from the pain. Octopus opus, ink in my veins, my legacy. When food is thought, poetry a delicacy. Paper telling me to eat. I want these words to carry life like a stretcher, this urgency, this emergency to be a poet, a wordsmith, word swift to sniff me out and hunt me, but I'm no prey, but pray tell of my urge to merge with words. I knew it at birth, and I knew I had the gift with no curse except this hunger, this unquenchable thirst to know it. I know it. I want to be a poet.
All right. The pretty provocative poet. It's on you.
No.
We take your time. I forgot.
No. Okay. Chris Green. All right, my brother. I caught it.
I caught Pretty Provocative. I caught the essence of Pretty Provocative in your wordplay and in your rhyme scheme. I seen the attempt of you trying to stress certain syllables in your cadence that mimic the way PPP give emphasis in his stanzas, and I really caught that. That was the most shining aspect of this performance. As far as the poem is concerned, I thought it was a dope poem. I thought your cadence was on point, and I thought your delivery was well, man. I thought you did a great job, Chris. I'm giving you a 9.1. Mr. Eric Moore.
Mr. Green, can I call you that, sir?
Sure.
You one of those get straight to the point poets, right?
Could say that.
Yeah, and I say that with the utmost. I give you that's a compliment coming to me. A lot of poets dance around and try to do XYZ with the words and the stances. This is my second time hearing you, and every time that I hear you, it's like straight to the point. I'm gonna show you my skill. You said octopus opus, ink in my octopus opus, ink in my veins. Like that line right there. Everything else I just said, love what you did. Please continue the good work. I'm giving you a 9.2.
9.2 has been recorded. The beautiful Michelle Forbes.
What's going on, Craig?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I remembered last week was the first time I ever heard the Pretty Provocative Poet, and I picked up that he uses a lot of alliteration, and he ties his lines together. Actually, one sound at a time, one letter at a time. So it'll be heavy than the next, and I'm glad that you picked that up. So I noticed that parallel from last week's episode about him, that you did that. You had a clear, concise delivery, which is characteristic of the way that you work. And I enjoyed the poem. I thought it was well written. I still, like I said, could hear more of you. And the question I had was this poem a reflection of your perspective of his work, or this, or because that's something I couldn't really tell if it was a perspective, or if you the message, the message, or if you developed it based on some work that you heard of his.
In the preliminary round, he did the poem about so you want to be a poet. So I went from that.
Oh, I see. So that's the question that I had in the back of my mind, was I wonder how he developed the concept. So with that being said, I'll get straight to it so somebody else can. I'm going to give you a 9.3.
9.3 has been recorded. Mr. Written in Pain.
Chris, I want to say, man, that I just feel like since we've gotten to this portion of the competition, I feel like your penmanship has been stellar. I just want to say that. Also, I caught that you was kind of that this piece was kind of a throwback to his piece in the prelims, and I thought that was dope. The way you used his style, I thought was dope. I was very impressed by the way you handled this challenge, especially being not from this community and not having very much to work on when it comes to PPP's catalog. I'm giving you a 9.5, brother.
Appreciate you.
A 9.5 has been recorded. The Grand Griot, Brother Habib.
Peace and blessings, my brother. Yeah, I used to when I would go into certain rooms, I would hear a pretty provocative poet, and I appreciate how you you presented it. Is you gave him kudos in the wordplay, everything you presented. It was dope, and I like the fact that people are able to, kind of like shapeshift and lyrically and add the different. But I did hear you as well in there, so I think that was awesome. I think it was an excellent job. I'm gonna give you a 9.5.
9.5 has been recorded. We're dropping the high, we're dropping the low. My brother, we will let you know what's your standings by the end of the evening. Back to you, China.
Appreciate you, King. Appreciate you, King. That was the poetic genius, Chris Green. Y'all make sure y'all follow some people around here. Follow the people at the top and the bottom of the house. Show some love. When you ready, the pretty provocative poet. I'm ready for you, baby.
My bad. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, there we go.
All right,
Now
my
we in the
bad.
money. Let's get it.
Matrix had me. Sorry, my bad. They say black women are too angry. I say, cool. If it's true, how many of you have heard of black women who shot up schools, churches, nervous? Y'all got some nerve. It's crazy how y'all think black women are wired, not realizing how they've always been under fire, underhired, or how they say black women are undesired. I say they just haven't been admired, loved enough, given a reason to trust, told they are the moon under a love tune from heaven. They say black women are too aggressive. I say, we just need to be black men again, strong for them. The sun and stars becoming Mars for a black woman's Venus. Some say black women are dumb. I say black women are genius and just need this moment to be seen as equal. A sequel to Eve in the garden, daughter of God and gorgeous. They say black women are too cautious. I say they've had to be. A casualty of losing their kings to a slave trade ring. Generational curses hinged in the very cage of their DNA. Oh, how black beauty in ways is visualized unruly. Black beauty only viewed as a horse. How black beauty, of course, is only a source when forced to be objectified. They say black women lie, fake their pain. So in labor, doctors chain meds instead of giving them drugs for relief. The medical system gives them grief, unbelief, even though tear-stained pregnant sheets as supplying pain drugs is denied. A black woman's cry for help is hardly rectified. Bro, they are not edified. Black women are set aside. It's like there's an ethnic, sexist genocide. This gen needs a side of love, a dash of understanding. Black women need rebranding till we keep standing behind our sisters. The poetic genius is here to uplift you, pick you for the #1 spot and stop the negative talk. So the next time someone says black women are not, tell them black women are the world.
Yes, 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 yes. Shout out to the King. Poetic Black History.
Okay, PPP. In the beginning of this poem, I caught that you slowed your cadence down. You made an attempt. You made an attempt to be a little more subtle in your cadence, mimicking our brother Chris Green. However, somewhere along the way, got lost in the shuffle of your own cadence. You kind of morphed back into your own particular cadence. I start hearing more of you than Chris. However, the sentiment of the poem itself, it held remnants. It held remnants of Chris Green, something I think that he would write about in the way that he would write about it. Overall, I thought you did a good job. I'm giving you a 8.9, Mr. Eric Moore.
PPP. Congratulations on a great piece. I love the cadence. I love the flow. I love the piece itself. Thank you for reminding me why I like this art form so much. Keep it short and concise. I'm going to give you a 9.0.
9.0 has been recorded. The beautiful Michelle Forbes.
pretty provocative poet. I noted the subject matter also. It sounded like something Chris would write about to me, to to side with the underdog, or to find something beautiful that's understated and empower it, or speak power in a place of lack. So the subject matter to me was definitely the, along the lines of something the poetic genius would definitely write about. You also approach the subject matter in a conversational style, because sometimes less is more, which is a lot of the way that he does. And then his style kind of stays in the same tone, but he intensifies with the tools in his catalog. I'm somewhat familiar with his catalog, and I noticed that. So just like Black said, you kind of heat it up a little bit, like you turn the heat up a little bit more on the delivery than Chris Green normally would do. But you did a wonderful job writing it in his style, the subject matter, like I said, all of that. I'm gonna give you a 9.1 because I enjoyed you thoroughly, sir.
A 9.1 has been recorded. Mr. Written in Pain.
Um, I thought in the early part of the poem, it's probably going to be an echo, but I thought in the early part of the poem, you was really nailing Chris Green's cadence. I agree with everyone else that you kind of started going into your own bag, but I also feel like towards the end of the poem, as you started to close the poem, you kind of got back into it. Um, I feel like the two of you were one of the more difficult matches because of you guys' unfamiliarity with each other. And I thought you did a good job with not only content, but I do appreciate uh, the changes in your delivery and your dedication to trying to sound like Chris. I'm going to give you a 9.3.
9.3 has been recorded. The Grand Griot, Brother Habib.
Peace and blessings. Yeah, I feel like I mean it was a good poem, a beautiful poem. I feel like you did toward the I don't know toward the middle ish. I start hearing you more than I hear the other guy. But at the same time, it definitely was a beautiful written piece. Uh, I'm gonna give you a 9.2.
9.2 has been recorded. Thank you, my brother, pretty provocative poet. We will let you know your standings by the end of the evening. Back to you, China.
Pretty provocative poet. You gotta say it right. You gotta be pretty provocative poet. All right, y'all. We are on our regular degular every Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Iron sharpens iron with Poetic Black and Written in Pain. You are tuned into the Grand Griot competition 2024, so we can find out who will be our Grand Griot champion this year. Listen, we've just heard from 4 poets. They've already killed it. I'm excited to see what continues to go on tonight. If you haven't tuned in previously, these poets are going up head to head. Team Black and Team Pain, the masters of Iron Sharpens Iron, have split it up different from last year. They made teams. So shout out to Team Black, Team Pain. Tonight is the right ass challenge where the poet has to write as the other poet. So far, so good, y'all. When y'all ready, let me know.
We are ready to go.
Let's get it. Where my kings at? Rafa. Listen, Rafa is representing the wild card. Okay. These are our top 4 from last year. Okay. But the ship is representing Team Pain tonight. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. Peace to the kings. Welcome to the stage.
Peace, peace. I am literally about to pull in the driveway of my home. Do you mind doing some shit first? Is that
Listen,
okay?
it's always something. It's always something in somebody, ain't it?
I'm not even playing. I'm about to literally pull into my home.
Okay, so we gonna give Rafa some time, sincere. So you know, your team pain. Yeah, get together. We gonna give him some time to pull in, get relaxed, and take his clothes and stuff off and switch his shoes and shit. And then we'll bring it back to him. All right, so Lexi told me that she found her chord. So we gonna bring her on up to the stage. Lexi and Kiana Pearl, let's get it in. Hey, Booze.
Hey, how's it going?
It is going good. How you feeling this Saturday? You got a vibe going? You ready to win? You ready to ring for your
Oh,
team?
yeah.
Now I invited Kiara
Oh,
up. I
yeah.
don't know what's going on. It says she already been invited. I don't know why. There she is. Peace, boo. Hey.
Hello, hello. Hey, everybody.
You ready to get it in for your team, Team Black?
I'm ready. I'm as ready as I'm going to
All
be.
right, get it in.
Okay, this is Trophy. Where the fuck is my trophy? I need a belt for how I box my afflictions. The way I'm fighting addiction, where the fuck is my award? Let's not pretend my pussy ain't grand prize. Like between my thighs ain't a gold mine, and your man ain't my main miner. He said, I deserve a medal for the way my mouth moves. Ride so smooth, he calls me Mercedes. The way these hips grip the curve of his groin. My sex will make you want a souvenir. Because my body's like a paradise you've never been to. Even after all the hell I've been through, I still feel like heaven on the inside. How dare you hesitate to give me my honors? My ass should have its own accolades. A Grammy for the way I've turned grit into grind. A memento for the moments I stay on your mind. Don't I deserve to be decorated? So give me my crown for how far I've came. Not how fast I made you come. 'Cause if I showed you where I started from, then you'd already know. I'm the baddest bitch and y'all owe me more titles than just the trophy hoe.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, Kiana Pearl. Off rip. Off rip. I thought you killed this. I thought you killed it. I thought you really captured the essence of Lexi. Not so much her cadence in particular, but definitely the content, subject matter, the addiction, the bravado of Lexi, the sexual content, the lucidness in your in the description of this, or the imagery of this poem. I thought you nailed Lexi. Not more so the cadence, but definitely the subject matter. And I noticed what you did in your cadence. I know what you did in your cadence to try to mimic her style. And I thought you did a remarkable job. I'm giving you a 9.7, Mr. Eric Moore.
Kiana, love the piece, love the delivery, love the flow. I'm at a crossroads because I kind of agree with what Black just stated. Um, all in all, I'm gonna give you a 9.1. Keep up the good work.
A 9.1 has been recorded. The beautiful Michelle Forbes.
Um, what I was checking out because of the subject matter, I was checking out. Well, I couldn't help but see the emojis that Lexi was throwing up. And apparently, not one lie was detected in your lines. She agreed. Look at 100. Look, she said she's keeping 100 all the way. She's keeping a buck all the way around the board. So apparently, you mirrored or mimicked her art very well. I'm not well versed in the art of erotica. It's not really the subject matter that I normally even offer an opinion on. So this is a challenge for me tonight. It's a challenge for me. Um, but you were apparently you moved Lexi, and the judges who are familiar with her catalog said you did a very, very good job reconstructing it in her style. I'm not familiar with her catalog. So, with that being said, I'm going to have to. Unfortunately, the rhyme scheme was a little generic. So, I'm going to have to do like a 8.8 because it didn't have enough poetic tools in it artistically. But I appreciate your courage for coming out and saying whatever it is you felt like saying, putting the profanity wherever you felt like putting it in an effort to do what you needed to do for this competition. Salute, Queen.
8.8 has been recorded. Mr. Written in Pain.
Um, I thought that you did a good job of kind of mimicking Lexi's writing style to an extent. Lexi has more concrete images in her storytelling than I found in your poem. I thought it was a good poem, but I didn't really get that much Lexi out of your poem. With that said, I'm going to also give you an 8 point.
What was that?
That was an 8.8, sir.
Oh, 8.8 has been recorded. The Grand Griot, Brother Habib.
Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Very, very, very erotic poem. Salute. Um, I don't know, man. I really want to hear people just go all out, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember it last year, bro. Geronimo, Spit Raw. I remember these poems, and people not only would they try to do the styles, they would try to embody them like all the way around. And I feel like we gotta push harder. We gotta push harder, man. This thing is real, real, real. And you guys are in a beautiful position to win this thing, but y'all gotta don't leave nothing on the plate, man. Don't leave nothing on the table. Just give it all you got, man. Even if you gotta spend a little extra time practicing the cadence and different things, practice it. It was a beautiful poem, awesome poem. But definitely, uh, I heard more of you than him as far as the delivery but definitely is a beautiful poem. So I'm gonna give you a 9.
A 9 has been recorded. Okay, Kiana Pearl, we will let you know what's going on by the end of the evening. We'll be dropping the high, dropping the low. China, back to you.
Shout out to the Grand Griot. Brother Habib. Oh, you just cracked me up. I can't. Uh, I would take some of that advice from the brother. He did win last year's competition, so y'all make sure that y'all listen to some of that advice that he given. However, Kiana, I can say that Lexi said that you did it just like Mama Boo, so don't worry about it. You did your thing. Peace, y'all. Love you, boos. All right, Black. So what we doing? We keeping it going? We going I think
Lexi
Rock
didn't go
o'clock is
yet.
time. Huh?
Lexi didn't go yet.
Lexi didn't go? Oh, right. Listen, because she did such a good job. I thought that was.
So I just wanted to real quickly just throw Kiana her props because I thought that piece was amazing and thought that I had wrote it for a second. It was so good. So kudos to you on that, love. And then I'm spitting, I'm not Kiana Pearl. I didn't recognize my mind, but I hadn't lost it. It had been in his hand being molded, sculpted like Plato, Michelangelo. Truth be told, he is never the smartest. Considering what he was given to work with, I appreciate he didn't walk away and desert this. He was my first angelic demon with a fiery, glowing black halo. We were dark, we were dangerous, we were unholy, but we would pray though. And as I wander through, I no longer ponder what happened to this wonder-filled place. It's been newly renovated, newly incinerated, vacancy, first month free, but nobody moved in. It's always just me. I'm surprised to feel the cold, hard, concrete floor of my mind each evening when I awake. It's the same floor my thoughts have run amok across ever since they removed the padding. Since he decided I'm not mad C, surface level healthy, mental progression sufficiently sane, connotation mentally fit to stand trial. Yes, I was guilty. Without any dams to be found in my brain, I'm locked into the prison of my mind and given a life sentence with the punishment to suffer under a life of sentences. It's all too familiar of an uncomfortably unfamiliar environment. I'm sure I belong here if one listened to logic, but it feels suffocating. Stifled creativity spilled across the walls that had been previously upholstered in leather, or was it cloth? I hate it here. I'm the only person to exist. Can't find the exit, so I just exist. Can't hold conversation because when I open my mouth, my voice resists and I drop it. The trash should have been thrown out months ago, and yet it tends to sit piled high with rejected thoughts of us front and center being rummaged through, separated into piles being rummaged through, and consolidated into a pile to be rummaged through. Maybe a preset expiration date could avoid this issue moving forward. I would hate to be caught off guard by a shelf life. So I'm pulling all-nighters, making friends with mental spiders because I like the webs that they weave, respective perspective they live here rent-free by what they perceive of webs full of renegade thoughts I can't bear to receive. But I can't get rid of them either. I can't exhale. I'm restricted from breathers, locked up in this cell, trying to peddle spare letters to spell. No customers stop by to look. As I sit alone, I cry, and each tear adds a page to my book. If I tear a page out, it grows two more, and the book gets longer. Sentence extended. How does a lifetime sentence get longer? Lifting my pen, and each rep my writing gets stronger. Give up all the writings. The left words get wronger and remind me that this place is a jail. Unable to talk myself out the situation, grasping for straws without any bail. I close my eyes and drift off to sleep. Nightmares that I sow become broken heart stories for my wake mind to reap.
Okay. Okay, Lexi. All right. Off rip, I saw the attempt. I saw the attempt for you to try to sound like Kiana. However, that attempt, in my opinion, it didn't really succeed. However, what you did succeed in, you succeeded in capturing the sentiment of what I think Kiana would write about. The poem she writes a lot about relationships, a lot about the points of views, and I thought you nailed that. But it was too much Lexi in your cadence. It was too much Lexi. I heard, only thing I heard was Lexi, and I really had to concentrate on the sentiment to really capture Kiana. But the poem was fire. The poem was fire. Overall, I thought you did a good job mimicking Kiana, but it was just a little, a little short lived for me. I'm giving you a 9.3, Mr. Eric Moore.
Lexi. Um, with your particular style, it's kind of hard for you not to sound like you, and that's not a detriment. You know, agreeing with what Black said, you wrote a piece which I can see or hear Kiana doing. With that being said, it was a nice piece. I don't think you was completely comfortable with the piece. You fumbled a couple of times, but in essence, you did, a pretty good job. With that being said, I'm going to give you a 8.7.
A 8.7 has been recorded. The beautiful Michelle Forbes.
Lexi, the challenge is the right as challenge. And you wrote as Kiana, but you remain Lexi. Now, with that being said, because I don't really see anything wrong with that. The subject matter was something she would generally write about, from what I understand. So I think you answered the challenge. However, you did it using rich imagery. You delivered it with a melancholy cadence that echoed the loneliness painted in the lines, used repetition sprinkled in the right places that continued to illustrate solitude and brokenness. I thought it was beautiful. The most beautiful bitterness and sadness you could have possibly painted. I enjoyed it completely, and I'm giving you a 9.1.
A 9.1 has been recorded. Mr. Written in Pain.
Um, this was a good poem. I expect that. Um, I did feel like the poem was in Keanu's wheelhouse. I did also notice, if I'm correct, you didn't use any profanity in this piece, which I thought I picked up on. I'm pretty sure I didn't hear you use any profanity.
Intentionally. Thank you.
Yeah, I caught that. Uh, so um, it is true though. In terms of delivery, not so much. But the poem, this kind of got me in a place. I'm gonna give you a 9, Lexi.
A 9 has been recorded. The Grand Griot, Brother Habib.
Peace and blessings. Yeah, so I understand. I understand what the judges saw as far as regarding relationships. Honestly, I felt like you just did you. Like you did you. You went in. It's an amazing poem, but it's an amazing poem. You're a very talented poet, but the challenges have to. I feel like the challenges are given to us or given to you guys, and we gotta at least like just go do our best at trying to hit the bullseye on the challenges. Uh, and I, I would like to see people go harder at trying to hit the bullseye at the challenge. It's, I know we can come together with some abstract scenario where, in an abstract way, I did it, but go hard at the challenge. Go hard. Like I would just go hard, even the way you normally deliver it. You deliver it the way you normally deliver it. You were doing you. So, I mean, I'm sorry. The challenge was like to embody that individual that you were faced up with. So I'm gonna say an 8.5.
8.5 has been recorded. Thank you, Lexi. We'll let you know by the end of the evening your standings in the competition. Thank you.
We know how Lexi felt about that. You better thumbs down, brother Habib. Not feeling that at all. But I get what you're saying, brother Habib. You want to see people come hard. You want to see it more like how it was, a little bit for those kind of challenges. Similar challenges, but not quite. I don't think they had this exact same challenge last year. But it was similar. And I can understand what you're saying. You want to embody more than that. But I respect that. Shout out to Kiana. I felt like, that was kind of out of her comfort zone and she did her thing. So, yeah. Black is so you. What we doing?
I'm ready to go. Let's go.
All right. I think Rafa parked the ride. Rafa, you parked the ride?
Okay, so we about to go
Okay,
to
Rafa.
intermission, and we'll be right back after these messages.
All right, y'all. We're back. We're back for the second annual Grand Griot competition. Listen, we are at the right ass challenge. We are here every Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Make sure y'all log in, tune in, tap in to Clubhouse so y'all can stay in tune. And again, I'll let you guys know if you follow the house at the top, Spoken Soul Sessions, you can listen to last year's competition. Right now, we are at the second half of this competition to find out who will be our Grand Griot of 2024. We didn't have the mic set on fire. We didn't have it rubbed on, cried on a little bit tonight so far. And I can't ready to keep it going. See what happens next. All right, Pain Black, y'all got any announcements before we continue on tonight?
All right, one quick announcement for you guys who don't know. Iron Sharpeth Iron is a podcast. The second annual Grand Griot competition is a competition that we do on this podcast annually. What will help us out tremendously, if you guys will go to the podcast, subscribe, you can get when the new episodes drop, you'll get an alert. But we definitely want to try to bring this competition to a wider and a larger audience. So we need your help in doing that. It'll help us with the algorithm and everything. So if you haven't subscribed to the Iron Sharpeth Iron podcast, go ahead and do that. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube page, go ahead and do that. It'll help us tremendously. That's it. Back to you, China.
Indeed. Make sure y'all check that out. It's a link at the top of the page. Make sure y'all following all of those things that he said and follow some people at the top and the bottom of the house. Shout out to all of our judges. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. We appreciate y'all staying here late with us every Saturday to find out who will be our Grand Griot our Grand Griot champion. Listen, shout out to my withoutwarningradio.com fam. Love y'all over there. Shout out to Eric Moore, one of our judges tonight, Michelle Forbes. Make sure y'all check out on Sundays, 1 p.m. Eastern with the Cleanup with Michelle Forbes. Y'all make sure y'all check us out. Listen, subscribe. Catch the vibe over there. It's always something happening over there. The best of spoken word, poetry, hip-hop, comedy. It's all over there. It's the best on the planet. So check them out. It's always something happening all day long. And you can check us out with How Many Mics Remix with myself and Written in Pain on our hip hop review show Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, shout out to that. WithoutWarningRadio.com. All right, y'all. So when y'all ready to keep this thing going, let's keep this thing going.
We are
Rafa
ready.
parked the ride. I gave Sincere time to get it stuck. Let's get it in.
So we got Rafa and Sincere coming up.
Indeed. What it do, King?
What it do?
What it do? Let's get it in. Now you got everything situated, Rafa. No more problem.
Oh no, we good. We good. I'm ready to rock.
All right, he the wild card. Let's go. You up?
You see the air of my sovereignty solidly, sovereignly, governs with prosody, properly. It reigns as an anomaly. Well, possibly the possibilities is commonly probable, beyond probably is the space of definite and the security of all my surety and all my confidence within its purpose and its purity is only found when I look in the mirror and love mirrors me recreating the colors of my canvas and all the hues of this man love mirrors me. If heart is where home is, I own this. It's my onus to claim my property. If my skin is a product of my kin, then I am kin to my ancestors who adopted me, freeing my mind for all the slaves who were used, abused, confused, and treated improperly. That's why I pick these locks as a reminder. I'm picking locks as the wisdom is key, anointing my scalp to snatch the chains up off me. You see, I was born with a sense of urgency and pulled for the emergency to break all generational curses. And I'm much too gassed by my future to put brake pads on my purpose. Grandmamas said we used to be pharaohs, so I'm blind to a Pharisee like fresh leaves out the jar. Are you smelling me? Ain't no fake in my pheromones, just the fairer in my fruiterity. If I can't live life as a lie, the truth on my eardrums, I must proceed to move to the pace of my own beat like a metronome. One thing that plays on repeat, like Dr. Dre on the next episode, is the message that if life is a gift and if there is a ribbon in the sky for our love, then I should spend all my time in presence, gifted with the opportunity to live unboxed. To know you're unlimited is the God life, observing with awareness as God's eyes. I described and inscribed the description. I prescribed affirmational soul food like black peas with side rice. The taste of freedom will leave your belly full, but with liberty comes responsibility. So I admonish you to bite what you can chew. Observe, see me, I was born to lead as my people been in the dark too long. So I march on. I let each chakra shine and be the dopest me with spells of dopamine as a dopamine, turpentine. Underlying this chemistry simply brings a dopa high. Well, if it's up, then it's stuck. Let my affirmations from my imagination float like smoke into the skies. Let your fire burn like fire herbs. You are a firework, so let your fire fly. And most importantly, these downloads I transcribe, I export to thee, and I said what I said only to express you are our royalty. Sincerely yours.
I throw you back.
Okay, Rafa. I should say okay, sincere. It's up and it's stuck, gang. Rafa, my brother. I thought you nailed this, man. I thought you nailed this. I thought you nailed the sentiment of sincere, the way he break down syllables, the articulate wordplay, even the content manner or the matter of being a liberator of his people, educating his people. I got that sentiment from the poem as well. I thought you nailed this, man. And then I was saying to myself, I was like, if Rafa sings, if he do a little sing, he gotta end it with a little bit of singing. You gotta put some type of singing in it for sincere. And you did that as well, and you even nailed his mantra. It's up and it's stuck. I thought you did a remarkable job, my brother. But still maintaining your identity. I seen the tremendous effort that you did to try to capture the essence of sincere. My brother, I'm giving you a 9.7. Mr. Eric Moore.
Rafa, my brother, can you do me a favor, please? Can you just spit like what 4 bars of any random poem real quick?
You said any random poem?
Of yours, of yours.
Uh, hmm. Sure. Let me see. Thank you for Lotta and banter, playing music in the car, embracing romantics and effortless antics, everything thrilling, exhilarating kisses that was impeccably planted, and everything longing from the inciting fanatic, and every seed sown by the planter in abundance beyond the fathom.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure I heard what I thought I heard. I heard sincere. I heard sincere. I love the piece. I love that you ended the piece with a double entendre. Sincerely yours, like you was passing it on to him and ending the piece at the same time and letting people know that yo, sincere, this is your shit. I give you a 9.6, my brother. Great job.
A 9.6 has been recorded. The beautiful Michelle Forbes.
Rafa, I'm glad. Can you hear me okay, first of all? Because I know my phone needs to be charged up. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I really love your confident delivery. I really did. Um, and I appreciate Mr. Moore for uh asking you to spit 4 bars of your own work so that I would be, well, maybe it was for him, but it also gave me the ability to differentiate your style from sincere style a little better. So that made it a little easier to tell the difference. However, um, I love poetic tools, imagery. I love the art of poetry, but sometimes a good thing can be overdressed. A pretty woman can wear too much makeup. Do you understand what I'm saying? Sincere. Rafa?
Uh,
A
I,
beautiful
I,
woman can have on 7 shades of eyeshadow, lashes that curl up to her eyebrows, and 4 layers of lipstick, and you won't see her anymore because her beauty is hidden underneath so much that you almost wish you could get to the point of her. So, what I found when I was listening was the subject matter traversed into several different concepts of consciousness with the complex scheme. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I don't even want to pretend, but I don't mind thinking, but I got a little lost in between the what tied each concept to the next one. And so for that reason, it was more about the creative structure and not necessarily the delivery. It was delivered wonderfully. But um, in this case, I think it would have been more beautiful with less makeup. I gotta give it an 8.1.
8.1 is recorded. Mr. Written in Pain.
Man, look here, Rafa. I felt like you nailed sincere. I do. I do. The cadence, I thought you did a good job. It sounded like the wordplay. I felt like you did a good job of encapsulating sincere style. You sounded like him to me. I thought this was fucking dope. I thought you understood the assignment, and I thought you did a good job, brother. I'm gonna give you a 9.7.
A 9.7 has been recorded. the Grand Griot, Brother Habib.
Peace and blessings. Yeah, so the way that he was traversing through the different this is like sincere. I was thinking in my head like, yo, that's what sincere be doing. Like it's some joint sincere do that'll take you 12 different places. You know what I'm saying? He'll just come in I think you did an excellent job, Rafa. I'll give you 9.8, man. That literally is like what sincere does. And it was awesome, man. It was awesome.
9.8 is recorded. Thank you, Brother Rafa. We will let you know by the end of the evening your standings. Back to you, China.
Brother Habib, was he sincerely Habibin?
Yeah. Sincerely, Habib. Real
He was
talk.
sincerely Habibin tonight.
Real talk. Real talk.
All right, sincere. So you come kill it, baby.
They call me Rafa. I'm the bar god or god of war. Call me carnivore or call me Thor. Cause my pen like hammer. I know y'all digging my grammar because I'm ill like Iliad. I'm Odyssey. They say Rafa, why you Ra? Because my sunlight shine like the God in me. I know divine is divination. That's why even in my patience, I had to find the odd in me. It's odd to me. The revelation won't be televised, so who's watching me? Stop watching me. They said my movie was twisted, metal, and I paid for the production, so I get to twist the plot for free. Don't plot on me. Rafa, always on go like Monopoly. And even if you delivering a package, you couldn't get the drop on me. Don't drop on me. I got time today, so don't tick me off. You see bars like Band-Aids. You might get infected if you try to rip me off. I'm Rafa. And if you add the L at the end, I'm the beginning of the Elohim. So tell my dreams, only call me from my angel number. When it seemed like a wonderland until I had one hell of a summer. I was portal jumping like Mario, old brother. I'm one hell of a plumber. And then Queen Bee told me that pressure bust pipes. But pressure also makes diamonds. So when I be dropping jewels, my writing is shining bright. I'm Rafa. And I'm based at the base of my skull. I'm Golgotha. Imposters, not proper. I fan them, your operas. You hand me a statue. I tattoo my Oscars. Dreaming about damage. You brand me a monster. Living in lands with lies made to conquer. Judging the justice, but court has no honor, your honor. It's like watching my life as an action and drama. It's actually karma, but it's actually karma. It's actually real, and I actually build a mind made of steel with the kind of a skill to invoke with the invocation because I'm giving you something you can feel. I'm healed, and I reveled in the revelation, so I'm revealed. And these words are my weapons, and I don't need a permit to have purpose or to fire off at will. I'm Rafa.
Okay, sincere. Okay, I thought you nailed this. I thought you nailed it with your deliberate attempt to be aloof in your cadence. You know, definitely with the alliteration and the entendres, it gave me the essence of Rafa. You know, the explaining his name, that gave me Rafa. You know, breaking it down like that. And you was real. I seen it seemed like you was slipping back into sincere, but you was really deliberate even in the little jingle, in the little diddly. You was deliberate to try to sound like Rafa, you know, because you got the what's that boy named Jacquees type vibe. You know, Rafa got a different type of vibe when he sings, and I really noticed that you took the effort to really try to mimic that. And I thought you did an overall good job, my brother. I thought you did a good job. I'm giving you a 9.6, Mr. Eric Moore.
Oh, sincere. Yo, not being, fuck it, I'm gonna keep it a buck. You, Rafa, and there's two other poets. I expect a lot from you guys, and you guys are living up to my expectations. Um, to keep it short and sweet, so we can keep this pushing. Yo, love what you did. I'll give you a 9.5. Keep up the great work.
9.5 has been recorded. The lovely Michelle Forbes.
Sincere, the way you delivered this poem and the way that you wrote it made me want to rescore Rob because he did nail it. He did nail you in the way that the subject matter is tied together. Um, he was attempting your style. So technically, I don't know if that's in the rules if I could do it or not, but just to get on your poem for real, I found myself swaying in your switch up like I literally rocking you like a pendulum. The way you switched up your cadence and your delivery was fire to me. Um, I'm gonna give you a 9.1.
All right.
You a gentleman.
9.1 has been recorded. Mr. Written in Pain.
Sincere. Yo, you nailed this, man. Besides you being able to mimic Rafa's cadence, your dedication to mimicking Rafa's cadence, I also saw you shed your own writing style. Like, I listened to you often, and I saw you like become a chameleon. Like, I didn't like in the writing, I saw Rafa. I did like you really did a good job. I'm gonna give you a 9.9.
A 9.9 has been recorded. The Grand Griot, Brother Habib.
Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. When people are going this extra mile, this is what I'm talking about. This is what we came for. To be entertained. So I'm entertained, man. I'm entertained, and I love it. I love the effort, the cadence. I did hear you come in sometimes, but you tried your best to like keep the Rafa suit on. So salute to you, 9.8.
Yes.
9.8 has been recorded. Brother Sincere, we'll let you know by the end of the evening your standings in the competition. Thank you, my brother.
The second annual Grand Griot competition. We are here tonight to find out who will be our Grand Griot champion of 2024. You just heard Rafa representing the Dirty Dozen of last year's competition, and Sincerely Yours. Listen, let me tell y'all something. That was the round I've been looking for, and one more round tonight. So I was so happy to get that out the way. I enjoyed that. I hope y'all did too. When y'all ready to keep it moving, Black and Pain, unless y'all got some kind of words for the people, we can keep it going.
No, we are ready. We are ready to go.
All right, so this is one of our rounds before we close it out. Mahogany Soul and Neo Soul, Team Black, Team Pain. Let's get it. All right. Hey, boo.
Hello, hey, you guys can hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you good, Queen. Neo,
Okay.
you up here and see me, boo. All right, while we get Neo up there, hey, Mahogany, boo. How you doing, Queen? I heard y'all been getting it in, practicing hard over there. Team Black.
Yes, we have. Whew, it's been tight tonight. It's been amazing. Oh my gosh, I've been snapping it up over here.
I know, right? Look, fingers all tied, hands tired.
Okay.
Because it's so good tonight. If y'all wasn't here at the top of the hour, y'all have missed out on some good poetry. Make sure that y'all tune in to Spoken Soul Sessions podcast so you can listen to what happens last week, and make sure that you get the notification for what's the remix or the replay of this episode next week. So you can check the link at the top and find out all about it. All right, Mahogany, you're going to be first up, boo.
Oh, okay. All right.
Get it in.
This poem is to the ex that called me a bitter bitch when I finally got sick of his shit and bit back. This bitter bitch is tired of sitting idly by in silence, watching you run around town with some new girl now like some narcissistic tyrant. You called me bitter and called me a bitch. To me, it seemed convenient timing. Because when I held you down and propped up your crown, you claimed I was putting my time in. See, I was cheated on and beated on while you grew from a boy to a man. And now I'm just some crazy bitch and you singing we can't be friends. Acting out and putting on the front, but it's never any fun when the rabid dog got the gun. So sisters, if you've ever been in these shoes, and remember what Neo Soul told you, you are a winner naturally. So you know what that means. We can move on, but we will not lose. So I got a memo, a newfound credo. Call it a bitter bitch bulletin. It's time we start to look within. Watch your face until you smile again. Understand that this is not the end. You were once a promise to yourself before you gave yourself to him. You gave him things that you shouldn't have until you got sick of it. You finally gave up. Now you both fed up. Got you running around spewing bitter shit. Running around town giving undeserving men something he can feel. A foolish plight because you're treating your heart like it don't deserve to heal. And that's real. You're treating yourself like you don't deserve to heal. You're repeating the cycle with your head in the fan. Don't know whether to cry or to swoon because your respect is in the basement, but your toes are aiming at the moon. Quit banking on some swerve at the hip. You know that looks are all but borrowed. Check how the cipher goes. They're calling you a bad bitch today, but they'll be passing the mic to a bitter bitch tomorrow. So to his boys, I am not your sister. And to his girl, I'm not your threat. Instead of joining Team Bitter Bitch, you best see where his head is at. Making promises and losing your identity. Throwing yourself on the blade of your toxic relationship, becoming your own worst enemy. Accidentally catching yourself in the mirror with your face screwed up in the scowl because that wasn't happy and this isn't safe. So you're wondering what to do now. They call you a bitter bitch, a vapid witch. You've been demonized and fondled with, but that's not even the tragic shit. The tragedy isn't accepting it. We weren't meant to be amiable. We taught them how to check their ego, place a priority on fostering their dreams, even if it meant letting ours go. Built a dynasty crying blood, you see, with the arch back on all fours. We are masterful architect of men. Now it's time to build on yours. Quit sitting back bitter talking shit about how you gave him too much. Stop treating the past like it was your last. That was a rough draft. Now for the final cut. Get off your knees, bucking for love. You're not a beggar in the least. Peel out of that self-pity bit and embrace your inner beast. She's neither bitter nor a bitch. She's a force for them to reckon with instead of being his worst mistake, sis. Be that woman he was born to miss. And that's my piece. Thank you.
Be that one he was born to miss. Black is on you.
Okay, Mahogany Soul. Should I say Neo Soul? I thought you nailed it. It's so many different things that I caught in you mimicking Neo Soul. One of the things is like in poetry and spoken word, you got different type of artists. You got some artists that are very intricate. You got artists that are very intricate in their wordplay, very complex. Very complex in their wordplay. And then you have other individuals who take a more simplistic approach and they find themselves more relatable. Neo Soul is one of those artists. She takes a simplistic approach in her rhyme scheme, and I think she do that in order to be more relatable to more people. And I thought you really captured the essence of that. Deliberately, scaling back your rhyme scheme to mimic the rhyme scheme of Neo Soul. I thought that was genius. even in your cadence, I know your slow drawl cadence that you have. I did notice the attempt of you trying to be more bold, more emphatic, instead of being more laid back and prolific. You was more, bold and emphatic in your presence. And I thought that shined through another characteristic of Neo Soul's work. Overall, I thought you did a remarkable job. You did a remarkable job. You did have one slip up. But it didn't really hinder the performance for me. So I'm not really gonna hold that against you. I'm giving you a 9.7, Mr. Eric Moore.
Mahogany, can I ask you a question, please?
Absolutely.
All right, what's your zodiac sign?
Aries.
All right, that makes sense. If you would have said Gemini or Libra, I would have fell the fuck out because like you switched up from one personality to the personality of Neo Soul effortlessly.
Thank you.
I was like, yo, all right, love everything. One of my favorite poets said this, right? He said, I know you can be complicated, but can you keep it simple?
Yeah.
You kept it simple with this. You took yourself out of the equation and you focused on her. With everything that I just said, sis, I'm gonna give you a 9.7. Great job.
Thank you.
A 9.7 has been recorded. The beautiful Michelle Forbes.
Listen, not only can I relate to this because I'm a woman, what I love is the odyssey, the odyssey we journeyed on as listeners, giving audience to your work. From what I understand, you mimicked her style. I appreciate the fact that less really is more in this space because what I heard was a passionate, confident delivery that encouraged passion and confidence to increase in whoever was open to receiving the message. So that translated very well amongst the other tools that you chose to use in your piece. So I'm going to give you a 9.0, sis.
Thank you.
Was that a 9.0?
It absolutely was a 9.0.
All right, 9.0 has been recorded. Mr. Written in Pain.
So I didn't hear Neo Soul so much in your delivery. However, I thought the content of the poem was very Neo Soul. I too also paid attention to how you kind of shifted your writing style to kind of more so morph the way Neo Soul writes, and especially in terms of how she approaches rhyme schemes. I picked up on that, and I thought you did a good job. I'm gonna give you a 9.6.
A 9.6 has been recorded. The Grand Griot, Brother Habib.
Peace and blessings. Yeah, so I noticed there was definitely a shift in your writing style, even in the delivery. I wanted more of her, but I did see the effort, and that's what I truly appreciate, people putting forth this effort. I'm gonna give you a 9.5.
A 9.5 has been recorded. Thank you, Mahogany Soul. We'll let you know by the end of the evening what your standings are in the competition. Thank you.
Thank you, Queen.
Thank you all.
All right, is Neo Soul ready?
Listen, you know how you walk into a store and you don't know who worked there because nobody paying attention to you? That's how I feel right now. I've said several times, I can't get Neo on the stage. Nobody's paying attention to me.
Oh, you can't get Neo on the stage. Well, let me go try to send her an invite. Hold on.
There we go.
Okay, let me find Neo.
I got it. There you go.
You
The
got it?
real
Oh,
Neo
you got
Soul.
it. All right, there we go.
You ready to go, Queen?
Yes.
T-Pain, get it in.
I call this spoken soul. They say iron sharpens iron. So understand these words that I recite. My tongue creates rips and tears that are now even more hard to swallow. It's like what they say pride would taste like. Like like what medicine would taste like. See, these words are not sweet nothings you are used to. Because the truth never tastes good. An alphabet soup of vulnerability, a concoction of transparency, a mixture of fixtures. I hope the poetry I say digests and sits well with you. On the other hand, this lyrical movement I call poetry is the way I breathe through the paper of my composition notebook. And sometimes I'm like a song with no hook. I'm also your big mama when I'm giving tough love. Sort of like my hands with no gloves because I bear it all. With these words to wrap you in an embrace, I'm something you long for and don't want to escape. I'm the woman in the mirror, aka the last person you want to face. I want what I say to leave an impact, like if you fall and need to bounce back. But don't mess with me. Stop thinking because I choose my words wisely that one or anyone can step to me. This mahogany brown flesh lives in the only space that's my safe space to bear my soul. As I'm faced with the reality that my voice isn't enough, that my words need to sound more tough. So I perform my story like soap operas, killing off my main character just to bring her back as someone else. Poetry is like being someone else, even if for 5 minutes. Because reality at times is even stranger than fiction. I bridge gaps using my endless tradition of diction. At the same time, backed by my extraordinary vision. My poetry is so black, it's like an aromatherapy on sticks in the corners of your house. Like a loving marriage with the right spouse. The tip of my pen is that hot. Like a magician's wand, because my words cultivate magic. And please don't dream of this genie because I'm no longer here to grant your wishes. I write poetry to remember myself because I feel different. Not like I'm not myself, but like my gears are shifting. Both hands on the wheel, I ask Jesus to take over. Then I pray to my Jehovah, except I have no religion. No religion because God told me himself that he resides within me. Every time I want to act in ways that display my dismay, God humbles me. I am God's people. I want to pledge my allegiance to my neo soul because I am the one to me. I can't run from me. The words I speak only comes from me. Whatever truth I tell is never in vain. My words fall on deaf ears like clouds with the rain. I hope they see me for who I am and never feel ashamed because poetry like this only gets written in pain. Peace.
Okay. Okay. Overall, I thought it was a dope poem. Sentiment of the poem. I caught all the word flips. I caught, the composition. I caught all of that. As far as the essence of mahogany, I really didn't get the essence of mahogany. I got a version of neo soul, without the emphaticness. I got that, but I really didn't get the mahogany. But the poem was dope. I thought the poem was dope. I really dug the sentiment of the poem. But as far as capturing the essence of mahogany soul, I didn't really get it. At times there were glimpses, but it didn't really hit the mark for me. So with that being said, I'm gonna give you a 8.9. Mr. Eric Moore.
Neo Soul. Love the piece. I love what you did as far as the composition and their members. That was slick. I like that. But I also have to agree with Black. Um, I heard more of you when it came to the delivery, as well as kind of the writing style. So with that being said, I'm giving you a 8.8.
A 8.8 has been recorded. The lovely Michelle Forbes.
I thought this poem was beautiful. I thought the poem was absolutely masterfully crafted. However, just to echo the two gentlemen prior to me, um, it apparently it just seemed like more of your work, just a different approach to your own work, not necessarily a mirror of her work. So I too am going to give you an 8.9.
8.9 has been recorded. Mr. Written in Pain.
This was a toned down neo soul, less than a version of mahogany soul. Which in itself was an attempt to mimic her style, and I appreciate that. But the writing as well, I gotta mimic Mr. Moore. The writing itself also was more reminiscent of your own writing style than Mahogany Soul. So I'm gonna give you an 8.4.
8.4 has been recorded. The Grand Griot, Brother Habib.
Peace and blessings. Yeah, so I was like, when I was hearing you, I was like, man, this sounds like her, but just a little more calmer, you know. I was like, well, maybe if she throw some singing in there, like the sister did last week, when she said, "When I come to the rock, please help me." She did the Nina Simone. I was like, maybe she throw a little of that in there or something. But it was really a good poem. You did an excellent job. You're a very good writer. But the specific challenge was for someone to kind of take on the persona of the actual poet. And even though it's a good poem, I think you missed the mark, my friend. I'm sorry. So 8.5.
8.5 has been recorded. Thank you, Neo Soul. We will let you know by the end of the evening what's your standings. Thank you so much.
All right, you guys, we are at the end. Iron sharp as iron. Grand Griot Competition 2024. We are here to find out who will be our Grand Griot champion. Listen, I don't know. Is it me? I feel like last year you guys was giving like some serious scoring. I don't know if it's because the talent is so much better. Don't curse me out, y'all. This year than it was last year, but y'all scores haven't been low at all. I feel like, I don't know. Maybe y'all, as Emor said, ain't keeping it a buck 50. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Y'all let me know in the chat. Y'all, if you was there last year, if you was in the competition last year, let me know how y'all feel about the scoring. Is it different from last year? I don't know. All right, when y'all ready, let's hit the last poets of the night.
Okay, we're ready.
Hey, child, we are bringing Miju. Welcome to the stage, booze. Tasha, why you got the eyes? Is the eyes for me? What I do, Tasha? You got the eyes on me? Hey, booze. Hey, Miju.
We'll
Hey.
talk after the competition.
Okay, we'll do it after that. All right. All right. First up, we got Miju. Let's go, boo.
Alright. Just wondering if y'all can still hear me, if I'm clear.
You good to go, boo.
Alright. This piece is called Life Journey. My pen pendulum swinging heads off. Ain't no spades in this club. I'm the ace breaking diamond hearts and royally flushing them into nothing. There are no babies in this crib when I pass the fire. Every drop of ink has a paper flow that never retires. Newsflash. Did you get the flyer? This bitch got 9 lives in her claws with a tongue that spits fire. Alcoholic smiles got my mood drunk. Blurry visions cause incisions to my decisions. I banged the hammer on this murder case 2 years ago. You niggas don't know how I move. I carry last wheels in my Smith & Wesson. I make sure that nigga is cocked right before it fucks you raw. My ears and my eyes tear up before it tears up your future. Blossoming storms and cloudy days with this blunt kissing vapors while being showered in this narrow chamber. I aim high 'cause I came from hazy hills. Smoke covers the black eyes you're blind to. I bob and weave gloves from family that damn me in this exhibition like, why is my spine against ropes that hang me over the edge? If blood came from my mouth, just know my op is bleeding numb. I can't feel for another, even when I'm smothered. I'm covered, asleep. Poem.
Okay. Okay. Mijou. I thought that you fucking nailed this. I thought you nailed it, man. I thought you nailed it. The rapid, the slow drawl. Taja got a slow, seductive type of drawl. I seen your attempt of trying to mimic that. And I thought you did a pretty good job at that. The rapid successions of the stanzas, all Taja. The brevity of the poem itself, Taja. I thought you did an amazing job in doing this, bro. And it really surprised me because you have such an emphatic presence when you spit. You come with a type of boldness, and you curbed all of that. You restrained it. I saw it in the writing. I saw it in the performance. Overall, you did a magnificent job. I'm giving you a 9.8. Mr. Eric Moore.
Mijou, I see you like comic books. You like basically you embodied Two-Face. You stepped out of your own persona into hers. I like that. I like what you did as far as taking on the characteristics of Taja. I'm not gonna draw it out. Love what you did. Like the piece. With that being said, I'm giving you a 9.1. Good job.
9.1 has been recorded. The lovely Michelle Forbes.
Mijou, not only did you embody her style, but it takes a certain level of artistry to tell a story poetically and walk the fine line of being able to deliver a poem effectively that is usually most effective on paper when illustrating a concept mentally for the audience. With that being said, I think there was one line that I think it was smoke covers the eyes, the black eyes that you're blind to. It just was line for line, I was drawn into your piece. With my mind, I could see what was happening. And I thought that was amazing. I'm going to give you a 9.5.
9.5 has been recorded. Mr. Written in Pain.
All right. Yeah, Mijou, I thought you did a good job. I thought you did a good job of capturing the characteristics of Tasha's delivery. Especially it being such a contrast from your style. I thought you did a good job of that. And the poem was dope. My only critique kinda is that I felt like maybe the poem itself wasn't really in Taj's wheelhouse. But that's just my perspective of the poem. However, with that being said, I'm gonna give you a 9.2.
9.2 has been recorded. The Grand Griot, Brother Habib.
Peace and blessings. I'm not gonna lie, man. I swear I thought you was gonna come out yelling. I thought you was gonna unmic and be like, "Yo!" But you did it, bro. And I said, "Okay, what's happening here?" You understood the assignment, man. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the effort. And it's the contrast is crazy, man. Just hearing, yeah, it's like it's a totally different contrast, and you pulled it off, man. So salute to you. I say 9.8.
9.8 has been recorded. Thank you, Brother Miju. We will let you know by the end of the evening what's your standings in the competition. Thank you.
Need you. All right, Taja, you got that energy up. I already see it. Let's get it.
I call this the Mad Hatter. Somebody help her, please! She's cursed with insomnia, so she's an insomniac. Pacing the floor, sleepless nights, freedom she'll never get back. Trapped behind a padded room with locked doors. Nothing but an old window watches her. Please let her out! The voices that keep her company laugh. There is no way out. Metal bars bind it shut. Unable to see outsiders, but they can see her. They mock, they tease. Stop it! She desperately begs them, please, to refrain from their remarks, but it's no use. They can't hear her. Exhausted and filled with woe from being awake, losing her mind as minutes pass by, becoming more and more powerless, losing her color sense, no more reds or yellows or blues. The only color that her eyes can process is black. Ah! Muscles growing limp, eyes sore, she can't take it anymore. Clutching her fist and hoping for good aim, she busts the window, the very same window that has watched her suffer, leading her into insanity. Shards of glass in her grasp, cutting the veins inside of her arm, pacing the floor as warm blood grows cold. What have you done? Laying on the floor as her eyes roll back, slowly drifting away. The gift she's the gift she's been praying for. The gift she's been praying for is now within her reach. No longer trapped behind locked doors. So now she'll finally be able to rest. Now she'll finally be able to rest in peace. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because the vision I was seeing planted seeds while I was sleeping. And the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. Poem.
Okay. Taja. So this is what it took. You fucking killed that. You killed it. And you really surprised me. You went all the way out of your comfort zone. And I was here for it. The people who are most vulnerable becomes the most relatable. You shedded the cool southern drawl, that cool seductive cadence. You shedded all of that. And you allowed yourself to be great. I'm so fucking proud of you. It's an understatement. It's only one score. Only one score.
Give it up.
That can suffice. I'm giving you a 10.
Yeah.
Mr. Eric Moore.
Taja. Yo, who told you you can bring your own sound effects? Oh shit. Yo, the clock, the reverb, the delay, whatever you want to call it, you add that on with the deliverance of your piece, the transformation of what you did last week, what I heard you do last week, as opposed to what you just presented me with. Phenomenal. Sis, I give you a 9.7. Great piece.
9.7 has been recorded. The lovely Michelle Forbes.
Taja, let me just say this real quick, because I'm trying to keep my composure. Now, Brother Habib said he thought Mijou was gonna come out the cut yelling and was surprised when Mijou didn't. Then you came out the cut yelling. First line, I was like, oh, it's up. Then I noticed there was reverb. Your echoes had an echo for real. Not only did you repeat the word, but there was the reverb. And then you dropped a juicy little tidbit of onomatopoeia in there for your clock. And I said, oh, she went in the toolbox. So not only did you find a place, I don't know how you did it, but I'm guessing, like in my mind, I was like, she must have a hallway somewhere where she lives at, where she was like, I could use this, and I would exercise a little more mic control if I pull the phone away from my mouth when I do. In my mind, I was trying to imagine how you did what you did. You performed it beautifully. It was masterfully crafted, and you nailed the challenge. And Black was right. There's only one score for real. But they said that they dropped the highest score for some reason and the lowest score. So just to make sure that you stay around where you're supposed to stay, let's go with a 9.9, sis. You smoked this motherfucker.
9.9 has been recorded. Mr. Written in Pain.
You on Team Pain at the end of the day. And I practice and I preach delivery, performance. Delivery and performance is what you gave. Yo, this was crazy. I wasn't ready. Besides you catching that Miju energy, the poem was sick. I had goosebumps listening to you spit this shit. I was in here clapping and standing up. I was like, oh, this is what this competition is for. This is what this competition is for. Make you uncomfortable, get you out your box, get you to do some shit, some other shit. 10.
10 has been recorded. The Grand Griot, Brother Habib.
Listen, see, this is what I'm talking about, right? This is what I'm talking about. This is what we here for. Like, if we're going to do this, then let's do it. If you here for the contest, then turn up, volume, everything. Give it 100%. Don't just come in here, write a poem, and just try. No, we ain't doing that, man. This thing is real. This is the Grand Griot. This is not Craig and them from the corner store. This is the Grand Griot.
Talk your shit, Griot. Talk your shit.
You know what I'm saying? This is the realest shit ever. The title, the honor to be put in this position. And this sister came in here, bro, and she fucking destroyed it. She destroyed it. Duh. This is what I'm talking about, yo. Salute to you, Queen. We're going to go 10.
A 10 has been recorded. Congratulations, Taja. Congratulations. We will let you know where you're going to be at by the end of the evening.
Let's go, Taja.
But we'll let you know by the end of the evening. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to take a brief intermission. We're going to do some tallying, and we'll be right back after these messages.
All right,
So we're back. This is the end of our second annual Grand Griot competition. This was the right ass challenge. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. I know I absolutely did. So yeah, give us the scores, Black Pain. Who made it through?
Okay. We are here. So this is the way we're gonna do this. We're gonna go with the pairs, and we'll announce the scores. Okay. In our first pair, we had Candy Baby and Sierra. Candy Baby came in with a cumulative score of a 28.4, and Sierra came in with a cumulative score of a 27.7. Congratulations, both of you ladies are safe into next week's round. Okay, next we had the matchup between Chris Green, the poetic genius, and the pretty provocative poet. Chris Green came in with a cumulative score of a 28, and the pretty provocative poet came in with a cumulative score of a 27.3. Congratulations to both of you brothers. Both of you have made it to the next round of competition. Our next matchup, we had King Rafa go against King Sincere. Is up in the stuck. Rafa came in with a cumulative score of a 29. Our brother Sincere came in with a cumulative score of a 28.9. Congratulations to both of you brothers. Both of you have made it to the next round of competition. Our next duo, we had come to the stage. We had Lexi and Kiana Pearl.
Yes.
Lexi had a cumulative score of a 26.8, and Kiana Pearl had a cumulative score of a 27.4. Congratulations to both of you. Both of you have made it to the next round of competition. Then we had Miju, Team Black, go against Taja, Team Pain. Miju came in with a cumulative score of a 28.5. Taja came in with a cumulative score of a 29.9.
Hey.
Congratulations to both of you. Both of you made it to the next round of competition. And finally, we had the battle of the souls.
The souls.
We had Mahogany Soul go pair up with Neo Soul. Mahogany Soul came in with a cumulative score of a 28.8. Neo Soul came in with a cumulative score of a 26.2. Congratulations to Mahogany Soul. You have made it to the next round of competition. Unfortunately, our sister Neo Soul had the lowest cumulative score, and unfortunately, you won't be moving on to the next week round of competition. But
we love you tonight, Queen. We did.
But I do want to say that you did a remarkable job wading in this competition, and you really swung for the fence. And I thought you did a remarkable job, and don't feel no way about this. You know, you still, one of the dopest performers that I know, and, kudos to you, Queen. Definitely much respect. Want you to come through next week for that send off. Payne, you got anything to say?
Yeah, of course I got something to say, man. That's Team Black, man. I mean, that's Team Pain, bro.
Right.
Yeah, man. Team Payne took.
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about that, but yeah, Team Payne took a
Pain took
hit.
a hit tonight.
Took a hit.
Neo Soul already know. I think she's dope. And I appreciate you jumping in this competition with you having that competition coming up for that 10 stacks. I know that you one of the poets involved in that competition, and I appreciate you taking the time out, even jumping into this. And it just was what it is. I also know that you are, the both of you were unfamiliar with each other. So it was just, this was one of those challenges that just could have went either way. And like Black always says, somebody always has to depart. So um, we appreciate you, Neil. So we love you and thank you for partaking in this competition. Thursday at Breathing Through Paper. Uh, we're gonna give you a send off. We will open the invitation for you to come through and sit with us and just rock out. And we're gonna do a thing. So we appreciate you.
Most definitely, sis. Most definitely. I'm gonna see you in the competition, but most definitely, sis. Most definitely. We love you, Queen. Okay. I hope you guys didn't get excited. Hope you guys wasn't jumping for too much joy with all of these 29.9s and all of that. Don't get too complacent. We getting into the nitty gritty. So, with that being said, it's not over. We still got work to do. We have next week's challenge. All of the remaining contestants in the competition. This is your challenge for next week. After this is played, I'll clarify it a little bit for you guys. Let's go.
Welcome to the Grand Griot competition. This week, your challenge is to create a word. This word cannot exist, nor can the root word of this word exist. This word must be fabricated from your imagination. Your poem must describe its definition and its usage, being a verb, adjective, pronoun, or etc. Do this, then you will proceed to the next round. Failure to do this, and we will ask you to create a word for eliminated. Good luck.
Okay, so this challenge is the Make a Word Challenge. You guys are challenged to make a word. This word cannot be in existence, but there are some qualifications. The suffix can be in pre-existed suffix, a pre-existing prefix, but the root word must be totally made up by you. Totally. To give you an example, the word pro. The word pro is a pre-existing suffix. So if I said my word is procherio, cherio is not a word. It's not a word, but the pro is a word. This is legal. So you can use a pre-existing suffix. You can use a pre-existing prefix, but the word itself must be totally made up. So next week, when you present your word, you will tell us what the word is, use the word in a sentence, and then your poem will define the word for us. So we want you to...
That's how we got to Habibin last year?
Exactly. This is exactly how we got this terminology, Habibin, from this challenge. So this So the word, like I'm gonna say this again, and you guys know on Wednesday we'll have the room, the prompt discussion room, and we'll give further clarifications. But what you want to do is make a word. The word can have a pre-existing suffix or prefix, but the root word itself must be totally made up, invented by you. You will give this word, you would tell us what the word is. You would use the word in a sentence, and then you would define the word in your poem. So your poem will define the word. So we don't want a definition when you come up next week and you introduce the name of your poem or whatever, the name of the word. We don't want the definition. We want to find the definition in your poetry. After you finish spitting this poem, we should have a working idea of what this word is that you just created. So
One of my favorite challenges from last year.
indeed, this was a doozy. So you guys got work to do. You definitely got work to do, and I would suggest you guys come to the prompt discussion room. It's a very short room, and you can get any of your questions answered. You know, any misconceptions or, you know, whatever you may have, you can get it cleared up. All right?
Yeah, it's not as easy as it sound, poets. So y'all make sure y'all there on Wednesday night when they open up these rooms, because they help.
Definitely. We'll definitely go in more detail if you guys need it. You know, some guys are more sharper than others. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? But Payne, you got anything, my brother?
We took a hit today, Team Pain. Took a hit today. Right? I'm a little bit emotional. I'm a Pisces.
Look at
I'm emotional and I can't
but
let go.
It's not over.
So
it's
hard
not, we a
to
long way.
know.
It's
Let
not
it
over, okay?
be.
Because I think Team Pain was the highest score getters, though.
Yes,
Yes,
that is correct.
Were the highest score getters.
That is correct. It's about time. It's about time that y'all got
set the bar high tonight. They really let us know what we was in for tonight. They did their thing.
It's
Now,
about
let me just
it's about
chime
time
in
y'all
one more
gotta
thing.
you know, the top score for the night. It's about time.
We chilling. We're just warming up. If you was at Wednesday's show, I told you we had something special planned for whoever was the highest vote getter.
That you did.
Who was the highest vote getter, P Black?
That was our sister Taja with a cumulative score of a 29.9. That would be Taja. Team Pain.
Taja, you got $25 coming to your Cash App from Composition ENT.
Indeed you do.
Score getter.
And you deserve it, Queen.
And I will I'm gonna land my plane. I'll see y'all next week. Team
We tapping
Pain.
25 on that. Make it 50. Taja killed it tonight.
Oh, you say you gonna put another 25 on it?
We tapping 25. How many mics? Taja did it tonight. Let's get it.
$50 to the highest vote getter, Taja. You earned it. You put in that work.
Miss Blue spoke. That's what it is. Let's get it. That's what it is. So you guys never know. That's why you want to come from week to week and bringing your best. You know, shedding your personality and trying to do your best to just exceed your own potential and just go outside of the box. You never know what's behind that door. So congratulations, Natasha. You just got you $50, you know what I'm saying, for your artistry, man. And you deserve it, Queen. You deserve it. You deserve it. With that being said, we love you guys. We appreciate you. I want to let you guys know that I will be performing the slam that my brother Payne was talking about, that Neo Soul is a part of. It's a slam for $10,000. If you're in the New York area, you never seen P Black perform live, and you want to see that, come through and check your boy out. You know, it's gonna be an event. I'm telling you that. I'm letting you know. I'm going hard. No
He gonna
Diddy.
dance. I'm telling y'all.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
And rocks on the line. P Black gonna show that ass.
Yeah, it's going down. 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 So I want you guys, if you guys want to see that, I'm gonna put the link to the tickets in the description of this podcast when it drops. It should be dropping sometime tomorrow or Monday. But if you guys want the event contacts where you can get your tickets. I'm going to put that in the description of this podcast. But we love you guys, man. Thank you. We appreciate you for rocking out. Congratulations to all the contestants that made it through to the next round. We're going to see you guys next week. Team Black, don't slack up. Let's go. Let's tighten up. Let's go. It's even Steven now. We know what we got to do. Let's go. We out of here.
As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. Oh, the story. I thought it was a good story. I just felt like it was parts of the story that lagged a little bit for me.
Your cadence, man, it captivated me.
Me, it's just the sincerity in the piece. You know, I could feel that, and the emotion is always going to win me over when I can feel that it's real. So
it was one of those pieces that, you know, where you're waking people up. You know what I'm saying? Bringing awareness. It was an awareness poem, and I really dug it, and I really dug the message behind it.
Thank y'all very much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the space.
Are you ready to enter the dojo? Here, iron sharpens iron.